Hey there, beloved Ascension pioneers. I'm back with another Ascension update. It will be a shorter update about the upcoming energies, which I haven't done in a while because recently Yanni and I were really involved with our changes. I feel that what we've been discussing today is that Jupiter, since it was retrograde, it made us, look under some aspects of our life that were not yet totally finished, or, we had some things we needed to do and we were reviewing them. And in a certain scope within our life frames, there were certain things we wanted to accomplish. And the energy was totally moving in that direction. But what I felt today was an immense burst of energy that almost made me cry, which was realizing that all this work, everything what we've been doing with the Ascension Forum, with what did we do? We did the Soul Mandala's webpage. We changed our webpage. We did the banner. We still have some things to do, which of course is endless work when you do it all on your own. But it's just like this burst of energy came out, which I felt for a while now, ever since I put the update on my webpage, on our webpage, that on the 30th of January, and also wrote about this in my blog, all of the planets, along with Jupiter once again going back into direct motion, are also moving into that direct position. So all of the planets moving direct for a period of 19 days. I don't know if I mentioned this in a video before. I think I did shortly. Lately, what's happening in our life, we're not watching any videos because we didn't have any time. So I don't know anything astrological or whatever. But what I felt this from within today was really intense. And when we started going on this hill where we usually go to, there was this intense presence. And it was this inner knowing that it has to do with Jupiter movement. Because the only post that I saw yesterday on Facebook was about Jupiter and its movement. And I don't have time to see posts lately. I know many of you maybe have been tagging me, but I don't have time. And this was the only post that I saw. And it was speaking about how it influences, with its bodily awareness, with its manifestation energy. So I was thinking, okay, also me being ascendant Sagittarius, how this movement is really important for all of us. And then, because usually how I feel energies is an intense shift. So if there was a certain retrograde movement, which was there to make us be more aware of certain areas in our life, and then it shifts forward again, for me, this feels really intensely. Sometimes it always, almost makes you feel like you want to cry. You have such an immense, powerless, feeling inside of you, almost like fire, coming to the surface. So then I felt that this is connected with that. And when I started walking, I get this guidance that for so long have been nothing but doing, doing mode. I had this friend told me on Facebook that, I'm even working when I'm on a break, and it's true. And this other friend asked me, why such a hurry? Why, you did so much? And I'm thinking, yeah, it's true. And then another friend today said, oh, because I was posting that we're going to be more absent because takes development, for this web work, for new establishments, for new projects to take place. And I was like, oh yeah, but we miss you. And I'm thinking, you know what? It's fine. It is how it is, but we have to be authentic. So if my inner feeling tells me that I can't just be there all the time to always post, always share, because my life is, you know, built with many different segments within that life, which I choose for myself. And today there was this realization within us when we were talking about some things we didn't really like because we kept postponing to do something. And I asked this, I said, why postpone this? Why keep postponing this? Because we only live in the now. And so many people say, well, we're authentic, we're shifting into authentic. And we don't always know what that means when it comes to our daily physical lives. Sometimes we're in such a routine, we think this is how it's supposed to do, how it's supposed to be, and how we're supposed to do things. And this sort of energy comes and it totally shifts this, and it totally shifts our perception from within. And that's how it usually happens for me. So it was really guided to make the short Ascension update. And there will be new things. We will be making videos together. Of course, I'll still be making my own when I feel it. But everything will change, how we do them, where we do them. We'll try to do them as much as we can out there in nature. We weren't taking as much time as usually how we are as authentic nature beings, both of us, for nature. So for mountains, and I was just feeling today this burst up of energy, wanting to do this again. And just this overflowing of emotion deep down, how I really am connected, how I get all of my inspiration there. So let's take this example. If someone tells me, oh, I miss you, you're meant to be here to share with us. It's not always true, because the thing is, sometimes people see things as the way they like them. So if people like me to always be there online and talk to them and debate with them, what we do is we don't see what is good for the other person. For me, what's best is to be as much in solace, in solitude that I can. Because there I receive all of my inspiration and guidance anyway. So today, when all of this doing and doing mode was going through and being felt and being experienced, I already felt the motion, the movement, and it felt really intense. So, of course, everything has to deal again with the cycles. Jupiter has its own cycles, Earth has its own cycles, we have our own cycles, and then there's even beyond just the Jupiter and whatever sort of planetary or galactic movement we're referring to here, because we're connected with all of them. You see, so the broader your perception is, the broader your awareness is, the more you will be influenced by feeling these universal galactic energies. So when something shifts, you will feel that shift within you too. So you're basically attuned to the divine flow of things, to the divine will. And there's not all people who are involved in this, who are aware enough to be one, totally fused and merged together one with divine will. But once you are, you will just feel these shifts immensely. And of course, you will also speak about them. You'll tell others. You'll show it through your own embodiment, your own inner feelings. So today I was like really explosive, really out there, just bursting with energies, just bursting with this need for change. Now we did so much change on the physical and the way things are structured. Of course, this was the Capricorn period, I think it was the new moon in Capricorn. So Capricorn is the doer, the one who rationalizes, the one who pushes things forward. So not rationalizes, but I don't know the term right now. The one who makes things real, let's say it like that. So now it's Leo. Leo is like, yeah, full moon in Leo. It was just this, what was this weekend? And Leo is like, me, I want to build my own, the best possible life ever. And this is how I felt today. I even said that. I said, now it's no more time for being passive and say, oh, maybe it's meant for us to go there and maybe it's not. We will see. Now I really want to be in the co-creative mode because that's where we're shifting into 2013. You see, it's no longer 2012, just being okay. I'm the passive observer. People like to say, oh, if God will give that or if God will provide for this. No, we are part of that God, eternal source. So we provide, we make things real. We shift energy somewhere and then the energy will say where it needs to go through divine order. But we give the intent. We say, I decree like that. Sometimes people say, you just first have to tell the universe what you want, and then everything will conspire to work with you, not against you. Sometimes people say, oh, but the universe is working against me because this and this is not working. No, maybe you just don't fully know what you really want or need, and maybe you're just not fully aligned with your soul's path. But the universe always conspires with you when your awareness is out of purity, when it comes to intent of the soul of your divine self. So today I really felt, okay, February. I felt February for a while now. Although a few first months of the year I feel are more for the integration of the new, to build a foundation and then to keep growing from then on. But still, it feels like February is going to be more open. January had a lot to deal with clearing the energy, clearing the space so that the old really is, cleared. So there's room for the new. But today I really felt this intense shift. Like, boom, like sometimes you're like living in a fog zone and there's something hitting you over the head and saying, it's time now, wake up, do things, climb the highest peaks, reach for your best possible outcome. So the word today, the key word today, and within this Ascension update is create and intend your best possible life ever. Your best possible life for you. And sometimes people will say, oh, but how do I know if I intend this, I'll also be not working against someone else? How could you if you're coming purely from your soul? And my soul is the one who needs nurturance from the mountains. There is where I see my prana, my mana, basically. And it's what feeds me to also feed all around me. So I can't feed anything around me if I'm an empty, hollow vessel myself. So if I'm abundant and prosperous and I give myself the best possible life ever, then others can also thrive because the energy is whole, that space is already held. And like I say, sometimes we're all being a bit, just looking what we would like, oh, please, we miss you, be here with us. And for me, what I can say is I have to be honest with myself and completely congruent with my best possible life ever. And we all continue to build it together. So be aware the next 19 days from tomorrow on, they're really intense. Not that other days don't count because you're living every day only in the now, but these days hold a very strong potential, a very potent energy, which can help you to really see what totally you want. Sometimes we're still not clear on some things, but now in this period, we can have the chance to fully see this, that, and that, like giving instructions, like being in a restaurant and you say, I want this, I want that, and that is how we intend. But first, we needed to also see what is there for us on the other part of the equation so we can learn through the opposite and say, now I want this. And it was a very beautiful thing yesterday. I noticed now I'm seeing at the clock and it's exactly 11:11. The length of the video. And yesterday I posted about the notifications for webpage changes, and it was globally posted on our Ascension forum exactly at 11:11 p.m. And there's so many other signs. I keep seeing 444, 555, which is changes. And we're being encouraged so much to start creating, the kind of best possible life we want, not just sitting there and saying, if it's meant to happen, it will happen, because we're no longer there. We're already in awareness, Ascension pioneers, that we do co-create. And as long as it comes from purity, because purity is what creates through divine will, we can never be wrong. We cannot make a mistake. We only, through our heart, we feel what's best in that moment. So that's it. That's what I wanted to say today. It was a shorter Ascension update, as short as I could be right now in this moment. And from now on, we have some videos planned to do them together in nature. I hope you'll be patient enough with us so we can develop them in a new way with a new theme and everything. And also we will be opening a new blog, which will be called Diary of the Beloveds. What I was writing before in my blog also, sometimes it caused me a lot of stress because I was gathering different content from what I was writing here and there. But now I just want to, as we go along our journey, because we learn the most as we talk together through different things, through mirror work, through just being with each other, just triggers so much of that soul growth. And that's what I want to change, but also share with everyone, to share how simple it can be when you just are tapping into your authenticity all of the time. And when you're not, don't judge it, just be in that space of recognition to recognize what is maybe not working for you anymore, taking responsibility for it, and then moving on like a jet airplane, just marching straight forward. Into new uncharted territories we go now. And I'll talk to you soon, Ascension Pioneers, and so much love to all of you from me and both of us, all of us here. Bye.